Hey YouTube, this is Muggsy, and I wanted to make a quick video about my personal feelings about next year's schedule. I went on the ND Nation, and this is pretty much what the schedule is, and I'm going to tell you my opinions. Our first game is against South Florida, who I know went 8-5 the same as us, in the season, and it's actually a funny thing, which is South Florida's coach is Lou Holtz's son. And Lou Holtz, coached Notre Dame and talks about how much he loved them. So, it's pretty funny. I'm looking forward to that game. I feel like Notre Dame's defense is as good as they were last year. And that whoever does start, whether it's Jimmy or, not Jimmy, whether it's Tommy or, Dane, I'm looking forward, and I think we can beat them. Then our two games are against Michigan and Michigan State. We lost to both Michigans last this year, and I'm not really. That's a game that could go either way. I know one of the Michigan's got a new coach, which could either help them or be downfall, and I actually don't know how we might play them. I remember we let the quarterback run 200 yards on us, and I'm looking forward to those games, because those games for me, being that this was pretty much my first year that I honestly watched every game and I enjoyed them. These are the games that will decide, personally, my opinion on whether this is the new rise of Notre Dame, because I feel if we can beat the Michigans, who I think we should be able to, the Michigan and Michigan State this year. I think we should be able to beat them, because I think we are one of the best teams now. So I think we will be able to beat them this year. Then we face Pittsburgh, who is a good team, but we beat them last year. So obviously I think we can beat them again. Any team that we beat last year, I'm gonna say we can beat again, just like the next team, Purdue, which I obviously think we can beat. That was the first game of this year, and I enjoyed it a lot, and it was a game that really got me pumped. But then the Michigan games came, and then that just got me worried. But then we ended the season 8-5, so I honestly think we can beat them. So right now, of course, I'm saying we will be 1, 2, 3, 4. We will be a 5-0 team, and some people maybe Notre Dame isn't that good, but I personally, it's my opinion. Air Force, another team that I think we can beat. Then we come to USC, Southern Cal. We beat them last year by last seconds. And I feel that Southern Cal is going to be a team that we either beat or is a team that we're going to lose to. That's where I could honestly say we might be 6-1 here, or we might be 7-0. Navy, we lost the Navy, but I feel that was a fluke, and I feel that we should be able to beat them this year, no doubt. And I'm definitely saying we can beat Navy. So right now I'm saying our team will be 7-1 right now at least. Wake Forest, I honestly don't know that team. I've never heard of Wake Forest. But if you want to leave a comment whether that team is a good team or not. So I'm really not going to talk about them. So right now I'm saying we're pretty much a 7-1 team. Well, either 7-2 or 8-1. I don't know Wake Forest. Maryland, I think they actually did do an okay year. I play a lot of the college football game, and the game says they're horrible. I've never really seen Maryland play a game, but I think we'll be able to beat them. I know there was a lot of rumors or a lot of things that we may actually play them in the bowl this year, but we ended up playing Miami. So I think that we'll probably be able to beat that team, Maryland. So I'm saying we'll probably be 8-1 or 9-1 or 8-2. Then we face Boston College, which is another team, of course, I think we can beat. So right now, so really honestly, and then we come to Stanford, which is the last team that we play of the normal season. That's the only game that I think we'll lose. So I'm saying Notre Dame is going to be 11-1 team, and that I feel we'll be 11-1, and then we'll get into a really hard bowl game, and we'll be 11-2. That's also what my dad thinks. We may get into a bowl game with Alabama, and Notre Dame just isn't good enough yet to play teams that are gonna be in the top 5 and beat them. I know they beat 14 Utah this year, but I don't know. It'll be interesting. Now, being that, let me just check the time. Yeah, I have so much time. I'm definitely going to go over the 2012 schedule and then the 2013 schedule, which says it's not even official. Maybe I'll go over that. So 2012, this is supposedly the hardest year, which I'm not going to lie, it probably is the hardest year, just looking at this schedule. Navy, of course, a team that I think we can beat. As I've said before, they are a good team, and they beat us this year, but I think we can beat them. Purdue, another team that obviously I think I can beat, that we can beat Notre Dame. Michigan State, and then Michigan, which that's actually pretty funny, because in both seasons, we played Michigan, then Michigan State, but whatever. It's not like I really care. Again, I think we can beat them to put us 4-0. Then Pittsburgh. Oh wait, now I'm reading that one. No. Then we have Miami, who we just destroyed. We dominated. We showed how good we were in the Sun Bowl. So obviously, I think it's gonna be the same outcome. We're gonna do just as good against them. Stanford, like I said, depends on how we do it in 2012 or 2011 against them. If we come close, or even if we win, of course, I think we can beat Stanford again. Any team that we can beat this year, I think we can definitely beat them next year, because we're getting some amazing more players. BYU is another team that I don't really know a lot about, which I think we can beat. I don't think BYU is a good team, but I don't know. I could be completely wrong, and they could have been ranked this year. I really didn't keep track of ranking and stuff. I really just follow Notre Dame in any game they faced this year. Next is Oklahoma, which I'm pretty sure is a good team, which I guess that could be maybe a loss, and that might be a one loss that we might actually have. Pittsburgh, and then Boston College. Of course, I think we can beat both of those teams, because we've beaten Pittsburgh and Boston College, and I think we're a good enough team to beat them. Wake Forest. Wake Forest is a team that, of course, I said I don't know anything about, so I really can't talk more about them, so I honestly don't know. And then Southern Cal, again, last game of the year this year. I think we can definitely beat them. Like I said, though, if we beat them next year too, and we have them at a 2-0, then I obviously think we can beat them in 2012. Honestly, I don't feel this is the hardest schedule, but in the past 10 years, I haven't really watched it. This is my first year, so it may be the hardest schedule out of however many years we are talking about. Let me just check the time and see if I can go over the... Yeah, I got a lot of time. Sorry I'm not, like, in a good camera view right now. It's because, actually, I'm not really looking at the camera. I'm actually looking at the ND Nation thing. Now, this is unscheduled, and there are actually 2 games that aren't announced. So, we have Michigan as our first game in this year, and, of course, like I've said, I think we can beat them. Purdue, definitely a team I think that we can beat. Michigan State and Oklahoma. Michigan State, I think we can beat. Oklahoma, as I said, I don't know. Depends on how we do against them in 2012 and 2011. I don't think we played them in 2011 and 2012. Arizona State, I obviously think we can beat them. I think Notre Dame's defense and offense is just going to be insanely powerful when 2013 comes, after the hardest year at 2012. So I obviously think 2013 will be will be a drive-through, and I honestly think if we play 2011 and 2012 like amazing, and we can lose 1-2 games, I think in 2013, the way I look at the schedule, I definitely think in 2013, if the rankings go the way you would think it would, I think we would make it into the national championship, and we will win, depending on who those 2 games are. It might be Stanford, or depending on how good we do, it might be even Alabama, or Miami isn't on there. We may face Miami. But I just think that I think in 2013, or I can't say it about 2011 because they aren't ranked or anything, so it'd be kind of hard to go through 24 ranks to hit one. Um, but I definitely feel that in 2013, if we're ranked in the top 10 in 2012, and then in 2013 we're, say, ranked 9, and then we can beat almost every team. I think we can become in the top 2 and go into the national championships. Depending also how these other teams are. If they all go downhill, then we won't be as good because we won't be playing teams that are ranked, and we won't have a better chance of becoming a lower ranked team. But if all these teams do as good as they should, as I feel they should, Michigan's, Oklahoma, Southern Cal, these teams should be good. Stanford, I think that Notre Dame will have a humongous chance to become at least in the top 5 in 2013, and I feel that definitely within the next 6 years, Notre Dame will be going into the national championship and bringing one home with a team that many people are going to expect it with, and that I feel that Notre Dame is becoming one of the best teams again. I know 8-5 isn't something to really talk off of. They weren't even ranked, but this is definitely a team that I enjoy watching and that I can't wait to watch in the future. And I can't wait to see the beginning of the 2011 season, and I can't wait. So thanks for watching, guys. This is Muggsy, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.